BR 540, otherwise known as Be Right Back. I have just dropped $540 and I'm trying to recoup that money that I lost. Hello and welcome. My name's Ken and my goal is to unite different YouTube niches into one channel and hopes to inspire you to learn something new. In this video, we're going to be discussing my personal thoughts on BR 540. I know it was released in 2015, but is it still worth buying today? And then we're going to be talking about the note breakdown, the pricing, and do I recommend you purchase this product, especially when it's been cloned up to the gills, and is it really worth its price proposition? So let's get to it. What I think about, oh, look how beautiful this bottle is. This is a 200 millimeter bottle. Oh my God, it's so fat. Look at that. It's so pretty. Oh. So here's what I love about this. It smells fucking divine. It smells gorgeous. When you have put your nose on it for the first couple times. The cap is weighty. It's very heavy. The bottle is very pretty. Can you hear the weight? Oh, one more time. For the people in the back. Ooh, that's money. It better be, because this 200 milliliter bottle is $625 fucking dollars. There's really not much to say other than it's a sophisticated flower bomb. And the problem with this is, I know it's marketed as a unisex fragrance, but a lot of females wear this, especially around LA. And the problem is, when you are an LA girl that got her first big paycheck, this is one of the things that you buy on top of everything else. So the problem is, I smell this scent so often, and just over time, my nose just gets so desensitized from it. It's just, it's so cloying, especially when people don't know that this eau de parfum goes on the skin and projects and has the crazy sillage for a long time, at least 5 hours, give or take. And another problem is when you go to a club, the whole fucking club reeks of this shit. And it's melting with like everyone's like BO and their musk, and you topple this on top of this gorgeous scent, it becomes very overwhelming. So that's my personal experiences with it. I think it's a lovely fragrance, but if you're in a place where it's hot, humid, and people want to be very like extra and bougie, they'll buy this and you're gonna smell like this. But with that said, let's talk about the note breakdown and the price breakdown before that. Okay, so the house is Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Freaking brilliant house. They come out with really high-end, well-blended products. Really, really amazing stuff they got. So if you've ever been to like a scent bar or a place where you could sample, they make tons of personally, I think way better fragrances than BR 540, and I invite you to check them out. The pricing is nuts. So $625 for 6.8 ounces, which translates to 200 milliliters. $325 for 2.4 ounces, so that's just under, or that's not just under, that's almost like a whole like 1 ounce less than 100 milliliters. So a little bit less than 100 milliliters. And then you're spending $200 for 1.2 ounces at retail price. It is absolutely not worth it. I think in terms of the best bang for your buck possible, you can go for like a direct clone, something from like Armaf, House of Armaf, or you can go with something a little bit different but same, like Ariana Grande's Cloud. Cloud is really good. The thing with Cloud is it comes off more sweet than anything else, but the dry down is pretty much the exact same as BR540. If it was my money and I wanted to save a lot of coin, I would get Ariana Cloud, save that money and use it towards anything else. This pricing is atrocious. I don't think that's fair to anybody. Anyways, let's talk about the notes. So the top notes are saffron, jasmine, very floral notes. I talk about this in a lot of my other videos as well. So when we talk about flowers, saffron, jasmine, they have the proclivity to make you relaxed and inhale more. Those are just the byproducts of smelling certain flowers. And as you breathe more, inhale more, you tend to take these deep inhales and exhalations, which makes you more relaxed, calmed. And I think that's one of the cornerstones in a beautiful female fragrance are gorgeous floral notes. Middle notes are amberwood and ambergris. Ambergris? Is it ambergris? Did I spell that right? Amber. So it's pretty much amber. And amber is known to be like warm, musky, and it projects every other scent in the profile up and above. So it's really responsible for that staying power that a lot of fragrances have nowadays. Amber. Base is fir, resin, and cedar. So fir is like a little bit sweet and balsamic. I will say I don't really get like that sour acidity from the scent. I think the sweet and the floral profile really pushes it over the edge. So I'm not really getting fir resin. And cedar, again, adding a little bit of wood. Wood is just a very popular base note to have in a lot of these products. So let's recap. It is mainly floral and sweet. The reason why I didn't put it at a 5 out of 5 instead of a 4 out of 5 is because that 5 out of 5 is really designated to Cloud, to Ariana Grande's Cloud. So yeah, you can't go wrong with this smell. I think it's beautiful. But unfortunately where I live, it is very overplayed, and my nose is just, it doesn't cringe at the smell nowadays. It still smells nice, but you have to be very prudent with the sprays. I think you would I think you would though, because that's a lot. That's a lot of money. So I don't think you're gonna put like 5-10 sprays, I hope. Yeah. So recap. I think this thing is gorgeous. I think this thing is great when sprayed appropriately. But everybody has their own amount, their own preference of how much they want to use. Do I recommend it now? I don't think so. I think there are many houses out there that replicate the scent at a big fraction of the cost. But if you like to support a brand that will scalp you for $600+ at 200 milliliters, I'd say do it. And if you want to pay homage to the people that have made the original scent, I'd say get the original scent from the original house, the house that has created this. But think about it this way. If you go out and chop wood, the axe you're using has its intended purpose. People that are outside of like the overlanding and bushcraft community. Bushcraft is a fancy way. I know it's a way different niche, and I've never covered this niche before in my YouTube channel. But there's literally a subset of people that all they do is they go out and into the wilderness and they make things, and they're very technical, and it's just very wholesome of a community, of a thing to do. And when we outside looking into that community, we're like, okay, they're just using tools, right? An axe is an axe. But you get to the nitty gritty of it, even though the axe hardness and the Victor scale might be the same, and they all chop terrifically, if you talk to an axeman or somebody that actually works really well with woodcraft, they'll tell you like all the nuances and the intricacies of that axe. And they'll say, yeah, you need to buy this axe, even if it's quadruple times the amount of your Amazon Essentials axe. That relates back to this fragrance. You could absolutely get something very similar with similar levels of dry down sophistication at a fraction of the cost, but if you enjoy the art that goes into creating it and you have the money to spend, I'd say get this. If you just care about the smell, please, I really invite you to look elsewhere. But let me know down in the comments if there is a scent profile or a clone that you prefer other than this. I would love to know and get your feedback. I will be comparing this a little bit more in depth with all the other clones from BR540 in later videos. But as always, for more fragrance related content, here's an invitation to subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon.